Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Angels franchise. Probably going to be terminologizing all of these as Intern Angels. Whatever. Internship, and this is the Angels franchise basically. We have done a few deals. We went ahead and did all of the deals we wanted to do. Do you remember I was talking about how Justin Upton wanted to get out of San Diego? Well, he loved coming to LA so much that we decided to go ahead and give the Padres a reliever for him. And they happily agreed because he was upset. So, in order to explain what I've done, I'm just going to simply go to my transaction. Well, no, I'm just going to go to the mail. So, we went ahead and did 2 trades in the end. One of them was trading Mike Morin for Justin Upton. Now, Mike Morin is probably our best reliever prospect at the moment, so it's sad. It's a rough time to let him go. But Justin Upton and $9 million cash for Morin is worth it. Basically, we're paying Upton nothing to come here for a chance to win, and then he can leave. Like, we're literally paying him $5 million this year to play for us. This guy. So we're gonna let him play, and we're gonna see how good he can do, and if he kills our team, then at least I can blame somebody for it. No, I'm just kidding. We did some other moves that I like a lot better too. So that was the first move. Now my anticipation was actually to turn around and trade Upton away because of his contract. But when the Padres were able to supply us $9 million, I realized, well, that means we still don't really gain a whole lot. We can make another move. So we went out and we traded away Schumacher, and this is probably going to be the one deal people are going to hate me for. Yes, we did dump Schumacher. He was not doing well. We had Garrett Richards supply us a 5th starter, and we included Hector Santiago in the deal, which was a good add. But then we added in Cron, which is probably going to get some backlash as well, and a minor leaguer named Johan Sela. Now, we got Martin Prado in the deal, which solidifies our third base position, and possibly second base, and possibly outfield. We also got, this is where it gets really nice, we got Adam Conley in the deal from the Marlins, and he's a very decent starting prospect who will be going to AAA, since both Richards and Santiago are now gone. We also picked up Justin Nicolino, who is technically the Marlins. I think he's one of their best starting pitching prospects in their organization, and he will be joining potentially our AAA team as well, and he has got some decent stuff to go along with his stuff, and the person I watched doing the Marlins would probably know both of these guys, and they're both very decent prospects. So, what I was trying to do for that actually was get our AAA team some decent prospects. You can see Nicolino is technically 147th. So we basically bolstered a little bit of our AAA team to help get some better players to them because they don't have any right now. So it'll be interesting to see where exactly it takes us in the future, because I don't think they're going to, make us an instantaneous winner. I don't think they're even in the AAA system at this point. Yeah, Nicolino is technically in AA. He'll be starting there. And then I don't even see the other guy at this point, but oh well. They'll be helping out our minors system recover from just the departure of prospects that we've been seeing for a long time. Now, we are looking at a very high salary situation at this point. I mean, we still have Weaver. We still have Weaver, Wilson, Hamilton, and Pujols. Those are huge. I mean, those 4 guys alone are most of our contracts. I mean, those guys almost do $100 million by themselves. I think they actually do. No, they're close. They're very close. They're like $95 million, I believe, for next year. So we're looking at $202 million for next year's salaries, and that's not including Kazmir or Upton or Zobrist or Perez. So I don't think we're going to be able to sign everybody back to the squad. I think Hamilton will probably be the person to leave in the long run. I don't think he's going to be able to stay on the team unless he does just phenomenally, and I have to keep him at that point. But he's basically being replaced right now by Justin Upton. And Zobrist and pretty much Trout. He's being blocked by a bunch of guys at this point. I mean, we're to the point right now where Peralta's not even playing, and he was doing pretty darn well. So Peralta's not really starting. We're switching people up and around all over the place on our listings. Dozier plays DH sometimes. Sometimes he plays second base sometimes. How come Peralta's... Oh, I forgot. Peralta's terrible against lefties. I forgot about that. So Peralta may not play again for starting-wise for the entire season, which is kind of sad because he's really good. But at the same time, Chris Johnson and Featherston are probably not going to play either. So, yeah. Let's just say we have some issues with our hitting that we do need to identify. Now, again, this is an assumption that we didn't fix our shortstop situation, and here's the reason why. The Rockies were asking way too much for Tulowitzki. They just were, unfortunately. We tried everything we could to get some kind of a shortstop person in without, going for an older person or someone along the same lines. We looked at at Simmons from the Atlanta Braves. He's not even as good a hitter as Ibar is, so we just kept Ibar pretty much. We're just gonna hope and pray he turns it around because he is our weak link right now. Even for 41 stolen bases, he's just not going to do a great job. We have so many, like 5-tool players now. If bringing in Upton was such a huge boost, but you're talking about Zobrist who can somewhat run. He can somewhat hit for power, somewhat hit for contact, and he's got good fielding. He's pretty much a 4 or 5-tool player. Trout's a 5-tool player. Upton's a 5-tool player. Prado's really more of a 3-tool player. Defense, hitting, versatility, a little bit of decent speed, but not really a whole lot. Just a lot of stuff that's really looking good. It would look good on paper, and hopefully it looks good when we actually start these sims, because I haven't simmed the month of June yet. I want to actually, we have a couple things going on this month. We have the first year draft, I believe, happening in 6 days or 5 days. So we will be doing that over the course of this video. We will be looking into the next month, which will be the international free agency signings, which I don't think we're going to be able to handle, just knowing how that goes. Pretty much. We're probably not going to be able to do the too many signings at this stage. However, the all-star teams should be interesting depending on what we do with that. So we're going to go ahead and simulate up until the first player draft, and then we'll do that for this video and then call it done for the video at that point, and then we'll do another video for the rest of the month at that time. So again, we're looking at a rotation now that has Richards, Shields, Casimir, Wilson, and Weaver. Very, very decent rotation. I'm very happy with that. I mean, even our lineup, even our batting order from Ibar to Trout, Pujols, Calhoun, Upton, Zobrist, Dozier, Prado, and Pierzynski. It's great. This is what the Angels wish they could get in real life. Oh, I'm just kidding. Something like that. Some sort of burn was supposed to go in there to symbolize that they aren't doing a good job. But yeah. All right. So our latest information is that, lo and behold, C.J. Wilson is injured for the rest of the year. Radial nerve compression. He's out for 8 months, so he's done. So he's going to the 60-day. Oh my gosh. Right when I feel like as if we're doing well and we can't have any issues, that happens. Now, thankfully I did not include Tropiano in any of these deals. Him and Rucinski are both decent prospects that we've been looking at bringing up. Technically, Rucinski is actually my favorite to come up at this point. This is well timed. Thank you, game. Yeah, I think Rucinski is going to be getting the call up at this point to take over for number 5. That's really inconvenient, actually. That is really inconvenient, game. Ouch. That hurts a lot. I guess the good news out of the entire situation is that hopefully that means that Heaney and Nicolino would get time to come up here pretty soon to AAA. I guess that would be the good news. Man, that's rough though. That is rough. Ouch. That's just rough. I mean, he was doing so well too. You know, he was on pace to do 200 innings, have an amazing record. Yeah, that's rough. That's really rough. Especially since that means I can't trade him either now until pretty much next year, which will be after when free agency begins. So I'll have a lot of problems with his 20 million sitting around doing nothing. Oh man, that's rough. Oh, that's really rough. Oh dear me. Wow. Yeah, that's a rough blow. That's gonna hurt for a while. That's gonna sting. Okay, well, Ruzinski will go in to our number 4 spot, I guess, technically, and we'll see how he fares with this. We may end up pulling up Tapiano as well. Yikes, A-Bar. Come on, man. Come on, I'm going to need your help to overcome this. Featherston might be going down, actually. In fact, I might just do that now. Boy, let me think. Yeah, I'm probably going to send down Featherston and call up Tapiano for a spot start situation. So that we have 2 options to bring up and run through. So we're going to go ahead and do that really fast while we're in here. And we're going to go to our pitching staff for AAA. And Topiano will also be called up at the same time. So I was kind of hoping I could keep both of them in AAA, but at this point, I need options in the majors. So they both get to go there. Nicolino is not getting called up. I'm kind of surprised why the computer has decided not to do that. I mean, we don't really have any really good stars outside of Haney here right now. Why wouldn't you bring... Well, I guess they want him to have some time in Double A until they figure out what they want to do with him, I guess. Okay, sure, well, it's not a problem, I guess. Where is the other guy, though? Just want to make sure I know, where did they put the other guy? I do not see him. I'm always curious where the computer puts people and why and where. Where and why, sorry. Because it's always differentiating. Okay. Well, that's rough. That's still really, really rough. Conley, I'm sorry. Conley is in AAA. He is starting. So we'll see what he can do in AAA at this point and how he fares, because I think he could be a very good starter with Heaney doing very well at the same time. So Heaney's coming up from Double A to play in AAA now, as well as Conley. So both of them are our prospects now at this point. With Alvarez, I guess he would be our 3rd best starter, maybe. Zach Stewart, I just don't see Zach Stewart being that good ever again. Okay, well, that's... Like I said, that's going to be rough. That's going to be really, really rough. Why would you pull Weaver out? No. Tapiano is definitely not a starter at this point. He is definitely a reliever. Put him in relief. Thank you. Don't quite know why you would take out Jared Weaver. I mean, yeah, he's got 1 star, but he's doing very well right now. I wouldn't pull him out for anyone until, there's absolutely no reason not to anymore. I mean, yeah, he's not that good, but I think the game's just giving him some bad credit for, I guess, a bad degradation, I guess? I don't know. our lineup's going to suffer from this a little bit. But I think Chris Johnson and Zobrist and Dozier and Prado can figure it out. I think we'll be able to fill all of these positions fairly easily, especially with, is it fielding ratings I want? No, it's position ratings. Especially with there being 3 second basemen, 3 third basemen, technically 2 shortstops, what appear to be about 5 or 6 left fielders, 3 center fielders, Trout being really the only center fielder, and then 2 right fielders to go along with supposedly 3 first basemen. So we're good on backup in depth. We're very good on backup in depth at this point, which is a good sign. But that's rough. That's losing possibly our best starting pitcher of the year so far. That's a rough one. That's gonna hurt.